Okay, so there's no podcast tonight. My co-hosts were both my co-hosts are busy or need time to recover from stuff. So instead, I am going to uh, I'm going to play some more Satisfactory. So I have significantly changed my base since the last time I played. I no longer have this big storage area that I used to have over here because I unlocked the Dimensional Depot. So there's advantages and disadvantages. The main advantage of using the Dimensional Depots is I have access to it anywhere. So I can pull any of these out and just immediately have access to it. The biggest problem is um, the biggest downside is just capacity. If I had a physical storage location, I would have much higher capacity for all of these items. But honestly, I don't do a huge amount of capacity on stuff. So, just having the capacity of the Dimensional Depot is enough for the most part. So I'm going to focus on that instead of having a big storage facility. Um, I have also, I don't know if I did it before last stream, but I did upgrade my power. I also got, I have the jetpack. That's why I'm flying around right now. But I upgraded to fuel generators. I was using coal generators up until this point, but I did finally move over here. Got to the crude oil node that's over here, and set up a bunch of fuel generators. So it basically multiplied my power supply by 5, I think. I went from like 500 to 2,500. So yeah, I got these are all my fuel generators over here at this node. So I'm trying to think of what exactly I want to do. At some point, I want to. So I still have a couple micro factories to make. In order to start my factory up. I've gotten up to modular frames. I'm trying to remember what I have my list over here. Oh, so I can make up to, I think, heavy modular frames. So I have steel beam, steel pipe, encased industrial beam, motors, plastic, rubber, high-speed connectors, computers, and heavy modular frames. I think that's all the stuff that I can get up to at this point. So the biggest hurdle is dealing with the liquids. Trying to transport all the liquids up to my factory. Gonna be difficult. So I'll need canisters. I'll need canisters. I'll need trains. You know, so yeah. In order to make the trains, I need to make plastic. So that's gonna be. I think ultimately I'm going to be. Actually, how much plastic do I have? That's the problem with this. There's no way to, as far as I know, there's no way to change the order. I only have 167 plastic. That's not going to be a lot. Ah. Ah, sneezed. Yeah, that's not going to be a lot. I'm going to need a bunch of encased industrial beams too. Oh. So I could have... Yeah, this is... once you start off, when you're first starting this, things are relatively easy to understand. But once you get to a certain point, things start to get really complicated. It's basically once you get to like steel production, once you get to crude oil especially, that's when things start getting really, really crazy, because you got to think, okay, in order to make plastic, I need crude oil. The production of plastic from crude oil makes the plastic, but also makes heavy oil residue, which you can either kind of recycle to make something else. There's a couple options for the heavy oil residue, or you could put it into a container and just put it into the sink and just get rid of it. But then you need to have the containers for it and everything, which, like, this is what this whole facility is. So that's the oil extractor. It goes to a refinery. I believe this one actually is set up for plastic currently. Oh, yeah. So yeah, you have that heavy oil residue. So the plastic would come out here and go into this. The heavy oil residue would come into here, which is a packager, to package it up so that you can transport for like dry, non-fluid transport, or what I would most likely do is just put it into a sink. But the problem is, in order to package it, I need to have the canisters, which I do not have over here yet. So it's like just trying to figure out the logistics of all of this gets pretty crazy. I do have access to trains, but in order to make trains, I need plastic. So it's like, but I can use plastic to make canisters. So in theory, what I can do from here is I can, unfortunately, it would take 2 refinery. What are canisters? I think canisters are constructors. Yeah, canisters from constructors. Okay, so I could take the plastic from here, shuttle half of it off for storage, and shuttle the other half into canister production. So that way I can take the canisters that I'm making from here, put that into the packager for the heavy oil residue, and then send that out. I mean, that might be what I end up doing right now, is getting just some kind of quick and dirty plastic production going, because I need to start stockpiling plastic in order to make railways. Specifically, I need those for the stations. But first, okay. So how much plastic do I have this making? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so if I'm going to do... Okay, so I want... it stacks up to how much? So I want at least... I think these stack up to 200? Yeah. So I want at least 40 per minute of plastic. So I want at least 40 to actually go into storage. So let's get rid of that, because I'm going to replace that with a dimensional depot, which unfortunately I need to get... I need modular frames, I need a Mercer sphere. So this is where things get interesting, because I technically cheat. So I have a map of the whole map. There's It's the. Where am I? I haven't saved. Well, I haven't gotten anywhere. Okay. So there should be one right over there. Where at? Oh, there should be one right about there. Okay, so I have there's a website called satisfactorycalculator.com that has a full interactive map that has, because the map is fixed, it's not randomized or anything like that, so everything is already kind of mapped out. So I'm here mostly for the building and the logistics and stuff like that. I don't really care about having to use like the item finder and stuff like that, so I just use the map and go out and find this stuff. So there's a Mercer sphere over in this area where that question mark is. That's the other thing is I got rid of my coal generators and actually turned it into a just kind of quick and dirty back over there where the water pump and stuff that I had was. I turned it into a quick and dirty liquid biofuel production, because liquid biofuel is the best fuel to use for the jetpack, and my preferred method of transportation is jetpack parkour is what it's commonly referred to as. You can go ridiculous distances with the jetpack once you get liquid biofuel. I think I actually see the Mercer sphere right where my cursor is. I don't see any enemies. Yep, right there. Ooh, I see a purple slug over there too. Might as well. Oh, that's a gas spewer though. And I missed. Come on. Eat those things. So these little, I believe they're called spore flowers. They, once you start getting close to them, they kind of stand up, spread out, and they start spewing poisonous gas all around them. They're really irritating, and it's the primary reason why I care, like it's doing right now, is it's standing up and spewing poisonous gas. But you can blow them up. That's why I try to make sure I carry nobelisks with me. So you can get a gas mask, which protects you from this stuff, but I prefer just getting rid of them permanently. It just makes it easier to get around once you just get rid of them permanently like that. Anyways, I was here for this purpose. Look. Okay, so I got the Mercer sphere, at least one. I think there might be another Mercer sphere somewhere around here. Oh, right there. Might as well grab this one too. Eventually I'm going to have to go back out and start gathering up a bunch of Mercer spheres and summer sloops and all that jazz. Because what I'm going to do with my main factory is instead of doing a physical storage, which granted yes has higher capacity, Oh, but it just requires a lot more logistics. Instead of doing a physical storage building, I'm going to put everything into the dimensional depot, which has less capacity, but I have access to it everywhere. It just makes it so there's fewer steps I need. Oh, so I actually completely dismantled my storage facility that was right here, replaced it with the blueprint designer. Eventually I'm going to move these wires because I don't like the fact that they're clipping through stuff like that. So let's get rid of that. There's going to be a dimensional depot over here, which I forgot I need modular frames. I don't have enough modular frames right now. Yeah, like I said, at some point I'm going to fix these wires because I can't use the zip line to get up there because they go through the poles now. Some modular frames. Oh, also, I have a lizard doggo now. He brings me stuff. I named him Gruff because why not? Oh, go out the door. Keep him in there so he doesn't escape. Yeah, you can, I've seen a bunch of them now. Like, the last time I streamed this, I don't remember what his name was, but someone else came on and, was giving me a lot of advice, including how to, tame the lizard doggos. And the fact that, like, I thought they were just kind of literally just a pet. I didn't know that they actually brought you stuff. So, like, I think it's like every 10 to 15 minutes, you can go to them and they'll just have something for you. And sometimes it's some very valuable things. Sometimes it's not, but, you know, it just depends. But yeah, they'll bring you stuff, and it can be very helpful. Alright, that should be good for that. But yeah, I found him, I think, right over here in this area. There's a bunch more that I've encountered just randomly. So, actually, let's get rid of that marker. Remove that stamp. So, I don't like how that clips through stuff. Yeah, when I was initially making my whole big storage facility, that's how I had always played it before. Was made my like central storage facility, brought everything in, went from there. I completely discounted the usefulness of the dimensional depots, which is why I never considered them at first. But yeah, I found out, like, because I knew that it had some disadvantages. Oh, they said that there was like a limited capacity to it and everything, but I didn't realize that it was per item. I thought it was just a total capacity, and then I started getting the upgrades for it, and started using them, and these are actually extremely useful. The other thing they have a fixed rate that you can upload material into them, but it's like you have these dimensional depot uploaders. They function independently. So each uploader can upload 120 parts per minute. So if you're trying to upload more than 120 parts per minute, you just use multiple uploaders, and you can split it that way. So okay, so really, before we do that, so I need plastic to go into here. Do I need a smart splitter or just a regular splitter? Well, first I also need to find out. Okay, so we got that. Let's throw down some more foundations. I like my ground to be clear when I put foundations down. There we go. Actually, I'll need... Okay. Which one is this? Not that one. Alright, so I need a constructor so that I can turn some of this plastic into... Oh, too far. Be able to turn some of this plastic into canisters. Oh, 60 canisters per minute. Okay, so then I need to figure out how much... Okay. So this is where we start getting mathy. Because I need to figure out where it overlaps. Like, how many canisters do I need? But the more plastic I make for the canisters, the more heavy oil residue is made, so the more canisters I need. So I need to find that balance. So, how much plastic do I want? I want at least 40 plastic for inside there. How much does that give me? 50. Okay, so let's say I make 50 plastic. I'm getting 25 residue. So I need 25 canisters. How much does it take to make 25 canisters? Not a whole lot. 12.5 plastic. Okay, so it takes 12.5, and so I still need a little bit more plastic then. Erg. But if I reduce this, $22.5. That's going to take 22.5 as well. Still, I need just a little bit more plastic to make this sustainable. What I could do is I can summer sloop this, double the production. That also doubles the production of the oil residue. Shoot. Okay, so that makes 50 plastic, makes the... Okay, it actually doesn't matter, because it's going to end up being the same amount anyway. Okay. But what I can do instead... Alright. Let's max that out. Instead, I can put the summer sloop here. So I'm making 25, so I need 25 canisters total, which is divided in half is 12.5. Okay, so I only need 6.25 plastic for that. And I'm making 50. Okay. So right now I would be using... Okay. I'm actually using more plastic than I need. But I can... Okay. Again, this is where things start getting really kind of crazy. So 25. Let's just go with that. I'm going to be producing more plastic than I need. So I only need 6.25 plastic for the canisters. So what I can do is I can have a... Because first I want the plastic to go... Well, then again, I kind of... Well, first I want plastic to go into the dimensional depot. So let's do a smart splitter. And so for this, left will go nowhere, straight will be plastic. There's plastic. Right will be overflow. Okay. So, okay. So plastic will go into there first. Once that fills up, then plastic will be coming over here. But all the time, heavy oil residue will be forming here. So I actually kind of need to make it even. So a regular splitter might actually be better at this point. So that way it distributes evenly. Because no matter what I need... So rather than overflow, let's just do a regular splitter. So that way it goes evenly. Well, actually, let's put in this one first. But the thing is, since I'm going to be using more plastic than's required to make the canisters, I can shoot that off and go to a sink. So I'm going to be using more plastic than I need canisters. So let's do a smart splitter here. We'll do... Okay, we're facing this way, so left will be plastic. Center will be overflow, right will be none. Okay. So I want this to maintain... I want this to remain continuous no matter what, basically. Oh, so 50 plastic comes out of there. It gets evenly split here until that gets too full, and then it'll all come over here. Once it gets over here, it'll go into this. This will be using up less than I'm producing, so any overflow will go off in this direction and go to a sink. Stupid rock. Apparently I was a little close to that. Oh. Actually, let's... Instead of having overflow go straight, let's have overflow go right. And put the sink over here. Ones. And I can put that over there. Okay. So whatever excess plastic we have will go over there. So this shouldn't back up. This, yeah, this shouldn't back up. So yeah, I still have 40 going into there no matter what. And then it breaks off. And I need a total of 46.25 plastic. So, and then from... Actually, I can get rid of this. This is where we get a little bit of spaghetti. So let's go. Okay, because I need to get these canisters over here. So let's throw down some more foundations. Bigger foundations. Oh, too far. Oh, way too far. Take this out this way. Alright, let's just have that out here for now, because that's got to go. So we got to have a merger over here. Let's actually move this back. So let's move this back here. a conveyor merger right in front. Yeah, this is going to be just quick and dirty because I need plastic production. Okay, so that'll take the heavy oil residue, put it into that sink. So I need to put this goes into there. Okay. I think this is all situated now. So we need to have at least 75 oil. Okay, so this will produce 75 cubic meters of oil per minute. That's what I need for 50 plastic and 25 heavy oil residue. From there, the heavy oil residue will go into this packager. 25. Take 25 canisters. And then those will get sent out to that sink over there. The plastic will get distributed between here and there. This is a smart splitter that has overflow, so once this gets backed up, it'll get overflowed into there. So all that should be situated now. I'll need to wire things up. Need to upgrade that. Now I have a bunch more things that require wires. Okay, so that's wired up. That's wired up over there. Wire too long. Cool. I'm doing it that way. It's not too long. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. Alright, let's do that. And then so this should get everything started here. Okay. Oil is extracting. Okay, that is starting production. canisters being produced here. Okay, that's starting to fill up a little bit, but we're getting canisters in here now. We are starting to get plastic. Yep. And there goes that. I forgot to hook that up because I'm a dummy. Okay. That's getting synced. Oh, I got some tickets. Alright, that doesn't seem to be backing up at all, which is good. Eventually this will get filled up, at which point it'll overflow over there. Okay. So now I have some quick and dirty... I got some just quick and dirty plastic production going. Yes. So what I've decided is I completely abandoned my physical storage. I'm going just with Dimensional Depot for the most part. And because I don't use huge quantities of materials, and just the convenience of being able to pull everything out from the Dimensional Depot is kind of outweighs whatever capacity I could have had. But yeah, this right here, ultimately what I'm going to do is this is going to be back at my main factory over there once I get to it. But I need to have some kind of, I mean, theoretically I have tickets. I could have bought some plastic, but for the freight terminals and stuff like that for the trains, I need plastic. So this is the quick and dirty plastic production. And this should be able to just keep on going, because even when that gets full, that overflows into the sink, so everything should just keep on going. Yeah. So now I have plastic production. I can start to think about distribution and getting actual materials to my factory. Even though I still have I still have a lot of modules to make. I know that I'm this is how I have to think in order to figure these things out. Like, I don't, it's like I know I could use that heavy oil, the heavy oil residue. I know I could use that for something else, but to me it's just simpler to think very linearly with these processes. Oh, also, I got a doggo. Apparently you can hit your head on the glass. Makes a lovely thunk sound. Ooh. That's nice. Don't worry, there's no top to it, so he can still breathe. It's fine. Oh, yeah, like I completely dismantled my storage facility and replaced it with this over here. And I still have to get some more Mercer spheres, but what I'm doing, like I got rid of all the conveyor belts on the bottom because I don't need them anymore, because outside each factory I'm going to have a dimensional depot, so that basically all of these items just go right into the dimensional depot instead of to a physical, quote-unquote, physical storage. That's the plan at least, but I have to get some more. I have to get more Mercer spheres. That is true. I forgot about that. I have to check to see if I have the recipe for petroleum coke. Oh, I need to go this way. Yeah. Also, I actually do have a kind of a quick. I upgraded to the fuel generators, so I got rid of my coal generators and replaced it with a liquid biofuel production over here. So it is vastly, like, using the jetpack with the liquid biofuel is awesome. I'm trying to think, turning the oil residue into petroleum coke, that takes another refinery, right? Well, yeah, because it would be a liquid turning into a solid. So yeah, that would be a refinery. I'm trying to remember if I have the petroleum coke recipe. Okay, I do. Yeah, that is another option. Come to think of it, that would be actually a much better option. So, yeah. Eventually, I do need to. Well, I have another crude oil node right there. I could, again, I try to think about, like, simplicity and, yeah, brain working. I mean, yeah, this, like, eventually this is probably going to get torn down anyway. Once I, like I said, I want my oil, or my plastic and rubber production, to be done at my main factory over there. But I just wanted something quick and dirty, quote unquote, to start up my plastic production, so I don't have to keep using tickets to buy it. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure last time you were here, the last time I was streaming this, you mentioned how the Lizard Doggo brought you turbo motors. And how you put them in the sink and got a bunch of tickets. At the time, I had like 40 turbo motors from just going around gathering up hard drives. And I put those into the sink and immediately got 64 tickets. And I'm considering, I have some more turbo motors in here, I think, in my dimensional depot. Yeah, 20 more. That'd probably give me a good amount of tickets too. But I pretty much bought all the things I wanted from the awesome shop now. So yeah, especially like if you're able to get some of those turbo motors and stuff like that, those are crazy amounts in the sink. So that worked out well for me. How much plastic do I have in here right so far? Getting up there. We'll keep going. Okay. Let's go there. So yeah, this is all up and running at the moment. So eventually, what I'll need to do is I'll need to get more Mercer spheres. Probably about 20 or so more Mercer spheres for the uploaders for my factory. So that's actually one of the main reasons why I wanted to make some kind of liquid biofuel production. Is I know you can just build stuff anywhere. Like I could I know I can just go and like build the stackable conveyor poles and just climb up and, you know, go from there, do things that way. But I like the jetpack parkour. So that's my favorite form of transportation. So that's basically everything I do. Oh, so I'm almost through all of this. Yeah, I just have that one, and that's gonna be a while. Yeah, that's gonna be a while. And this is kind of overkill because I'm not going to be producing more than 100 parts per minute of any individual thing. So, yeah, that's where I'm at currently. I still have to make. Yeah, I'm on my list of stored items. I'm up to modular frames. I still need to make steel beam. I still need to make a module for steel beams, steel pipes, encased industrial beams, motors, plastic, rubber, high-speed connectors, the computer, and heavy modular frames. That's how far I can get up to now. That's a lot of mods to make, though. And I'm not looking forward to the motor one because that's going to be multiple assemblers, and that's going to be a big module. That sound just amuses me. So the question is, let's do that. So, in one sense, I am slightly cheating because I have. I'm looking at the full map on satisfactorycalculator.com, so I can see you can upload your save file. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I elevated it and have it pointing that way. Is theoretically I can just. I think it's high enough that it'll clear those cliffs over there, and then just keep on going however far I need it to go. That's one of the things I try to think about with just about every design I make is how can I make sure it's expandable. So like on the opposite side of this factory, I have the inlet, or the input for all the materials, and I have I think like 7 inputs right now set up for it. So I have these stacking lines that these are going to be all the inputs, because I'm going to do basically just a massive manifold system for each material coming in. But so starting with iron, I've gotten up to steel on this one. I have 3 more, but if I need any more, I can just expand it out that way. So and then it would go expanding out and up. So that makes it so however many materials I need to put into my factory, I can keep expanding it. So I try to build all this, plan this out in an expandable fashion. Yeah. But yeah, I was mentioning I use instead of having to rely on the which I actually think I put in here, instead of having to rely on the object scanner, I have a map, and I can input my save data so it shows me which ones I've collected, which ones I still have yet to find. And I just search for them on the map. Hi, you're loud. Yeah, to a certain, like, again, that's, to me, that's the, trying to break it down to the simplest methods. So, like, instead of having to figure out, I like the manifold system because you can be much more, or much less precise with them. Instead of having to, like, make splitters and, like, balancers and stuff like that so everything goes evenly to whatever you need. Just with the manifold system, as long as you have, you know, enough in the manifold to cover whatever is coming out of it, then you're good. Oh, but yeah, like this system works well in my head. Oh, of just oh, okay, this module needs Caterium. Okay, that's the Caterium line. I put a splitter up there and go from there. That's, to me, that's the easiest way to think about it. Oh, this one is a lot. This is, since the, oh, I need to wire these up too. Yeah. I think this is, that is reinforced iron plates. And down here's down there's the modular frames and stuff. So that's the easiest way for me to think about it, is that method. Yeah. So for, wow, it's already, jeez, I've barely accomplished anything. I've already been playing for an hour. Yeah, like I tried. It's not necessarily single machine, but it's single item modules. So like, I have the the modular frames, and like I'm trying to, again, I try to have it set so I can get a stack of an item in every 5 minutes. So basically, it would fill up the it's part of the dimensional depot in about 25 minutes. Oh, so, but yeah, I still need to work on a bunch more modules, but that's not necessarily the most exciting thing to watch on a stream. Then again, I'm not really doing anything exciting right now anyway, but but yeah, eventually I'll have to, like, I've cleared out, like on the map, I've cleared out like this section, roughly that section, and pretty much almost all of this section of Mercer spheres, summer sloops, and hard drives, except for the ones that require power. What I'm considering doing for those is I did actually make a power augmenter that is currently in the cave system over there by the SAM deposit and quartz deposits in that cave. I can break that down, take the materials with me, and then if I encounter a hard drive or a drop pod that requires power, I can drop that down, connect it, and I don't have to use up any fuel or anything like that. And it'll cover all of these drop pods. Yeah. Oh. This game is both awesome, and for me it's both awesome and terrible, because it's so much just contemplation, which I love. Thinking of things, I love trying to piece together problems, and try to puzzle out stuff, but also at the same time, it's like it takes a lot of actually doing stuff. You can't just stay in the theoretical, and that's one of the problems I have, is I stay in the theoretical for far too long, and don't actually build stuff. So, I'm wondering though, I could potentially start trying to pick up some stuff. There's a couple. Let's see. Looks like there's one in a cave. Looks like there's a cave system right around here. Go ahead and get a couple errant summer sloops. Or not summer sloops, Mercer spheres. Where'd it go? There it is. I mean, the way I see it, that, yeah, it might be a little bit overkill, but I have the materials already, and it doesn't require fuel. So, and it's relatively small. I mean, at least smaller than, like, having to carry around stuff for, like, a coal generator. So, Yeah, it's a little overkill, but it works. Oh, I believe it was the Mythbusters once said that whatever is worth doing is worth overdoing. So yeah, I got a couple Mercer spheres over in this area I can pick up still. Yeah, when I originally was using the when I first got the jetpack, I vastly underestimated the fuel. While I'm over here, I'm gonna blow up some gas spewers because I don't like those. Oh, that was bad throw. Those, was that all of them? Nope, one more. Why use a gas mask when you can just permanently destroy them? Okay, this is the entrance to the cave. Oh, there it is. Oh, great, more gas. Cool. Yes, herbicidal maniac. That is not inaccurate. Take that, fart pillar. Although I'm running out of nobelisks. I don't think I have any. I don't think I've put any more into my dimensional depot yet. Yeah, I don't have the mindset. It's like, why deal with having to like do gas masks and stuff like that when you can just get rid of them permanently? All right, we got that one. There's another one. We're in this area. There's a cave entrance. Right about there. There's another one. Looks like cave entrance. Right about there. Let's go with that one. Give me a couple more Mercer spheres. A little bit closer to my dimensional factory. Yeah, you can hear the Mercer sphere through the ground. Let's grab these first before I blow them up. Hey, creepy. And then this comes out the other side. blue slugs, but I already have, like, I think over 200 power shards now. I don't really care for the blue slugs anymore.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Alright, so got those ones. Okay. That's not in a cave. That is... looks like where I have not explored yet. Looks like it's somewhere around this area. It's almost directly east of where I'm at. So let's say right about there-ish. This one does not seem to be in a cave. Is it over there? No. Yay, more fart flowers. Lots of fart flowers. I mean, yeah, I could use the... no, that's right there. Oh.
This is a shrine.
That's nice. I don't care what you have to say. I mean, why use a object scanner when I can just cheat? Seems to be a... there are so many of these flowers. It looks like there is a... okay, oh, it's up here. There's another drop pod. Honestly, like, going around finding the drop pods, I'm more interested in the random stuff that's around them rather than the actual... oh, I am full, apparently. I'm more interested in the random stuff that I can find around the drop pods. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I'm pretty good at judging where things are on the map. I think there's the ones that are hard are when it's difficult to judge the elevation. Those ones I have taken the object scanner out a couple times. I still have it in my dimensional depot over here. I'll put those back in there. I have 3 nobelisks. Let's pull those out and combine them. That in there. Let's put those in there. Where do I have iron ore? So much random stuff I can put in there. But yeah, like going around finding the drop pods, most of the time I'm more interested in what I find around them. I need copper sheets. Do I have copper sheets in here? I do. Throw those back in there. Yeah, because like almost all the turbo motors that I found that I put into the sink for all those tickets, I found just going around the different drop pods and just finding them that way. Oh, does look like there's another one to the north, or the west northwest. Yeah, really, like a lot of the times that I probably should be at my, or it's right there. I probably should be at my base actually like building stuff. Sometimes I just like going out and exploring and like just finding the different drop pods and summer sloops and Mercer spheres, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's just fun to explore. Leaves. I don't need leaves. That's definitely one thing I appreciate about this game is that there's actually a lot you can explore. Watch the frames. What does this need? Nothing. I like nothing in this case.
Initial scan suggests partial recovery of data is possible. Take the damaged hard drive to the MAM for analysis.
Fart pillars. Okay. Oh, so there is a summer sloop right up there. This one here. Let's get rid of that marker. Still haven't collected this one. Yeah, I know I can build this stuff. The thing is, like, honestly, right now, there's not a whole lot of alternate recipes I'm interested in. So I kind of want to try to unlock some more. Like, I have 9 hard drives in here already. Oh, well, actually 10 with that one. Oh, I'm just trying to kind of unlock some stuff. Oh, although some of the stuff that I've unlocked now, I could probably, like, there's I think I still need to get the alternate recipe for heavy modular frames that eliminates screws. Oh, I think I still need to get that one. Oh. I mean, yeah, I can get those started too. Oh. Still so much, like, I haven't like even touched any of this area. Still so much of this area that I have yet to find. I just kind of been going like section by section, trying to eliminate, like, just gather as much as possible. True. True. So if I build a MAM here, start the process, and then dismantle the MAM, will it still continue? Okay. Yeah, in that case. Wrong buttons. Cool. I don't know why I'm going up here now. Oh. Still haven't gotten that one. I have the modular frames now. I think I just picked up 11 of them. Yeah, they're already in there. That's one I already found before. So let's go there and actually clear this freaking thing out. Unless it's the... It might, I might not have gone over there because I was running out of nobelisks at the time, I think. Maybe. No, it's on the other side of those. Although there is a summer sloop down there. I'll come back for that. Yellow slug. There it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I visited this one already, so I've already cleared out all the stuff that was there. But I didn't actually open the drop pod, because at the time I forgot my... Oh, it's heavy modular frames. Don't I have some of those? Modular frame, heavy modular frame. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Ah! Hi. You're big. So I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but full disclosure, I have the creatures on retaliate. Yeah, I'm weird. I know there's a lot of random and more efficient things that I can do that I just not entirely sure why I don't use them. I honestly I prefer I would kind of wish there was just a way of actually organizing these things other than just pinning things. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I have the creatures on retaliate because frankly I just didn't want to have to deal with them. You know, at least not fully. No, I know you're good. I know you're not. You're surprisingly kind for how I play this game, and I do appreciate that. I know everyone has their own style of play, and some are more efficient than others. This is just how my brain works. This is how my brain processes stuff. Oh, so you know, you've been very helpful, and I do appreciate your insight. Oh, like I said, I got the lizard doggo. Oh, and you know, just trying to work on things. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. And there's probably a lot of both. Oh, you know, like the way I build my factory is a choice. You know, I know like an oversight for me. I'm fully aware that it's an oversight. Just like I don't use the hotbar at all. I don't know why. I always, for whatever reason, I just prefer going to the main menu, the build menu, instead of doing the hotbars. It's an inefficiency. I don't know why I do it that way, but that's how I've just always done it. I'm weird. And it's like, again, like how I was mentioning, like I like the jetpack parkour, even though I can just build stairs. It's like I can just build stuff to get wherever I need to, and I just don't. I prefer I like just using the jetpack. No idea why. And still, just I'm impressed with how far you can get with the using the liquid biofuel and the jetpack. Although whenever it makes that noise, it's somewhat distressing. Yeah. Okay, so I can make... I need wire. All the things I need for these, I need wire. Wrong button. There we go. Let's shove those in the depot pocket. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can understand people just get... I don't know if it's just getting, like, super focused on one aspect and just not seeing all the rest of it, but... Oh... I mean, I've been guilty of the same things at times. Okay, how close do I have him? Right on top of it, okay. Yeah. Like, or even, it's like, one of the reasons why I'm switching to the dimensional depots is because, like, the first, when I was playing in early access, I always just made a central storage depot for everything, and was trying to think, okay, well, if I can expand these tracks out, so, and like, figuring out all the distribution and getting stuff in there and all that jazz. And then I started really looking at the dimensional depot and like answering questions on how it worked, because I didn't know exactly how it worked at first. Like, because I knew that it was, when they were describing it on their initial videos, they were saying that it had limited capacity and stuff like that. It could only hold a certain number of stacks. And I was confused what they meant by that. I thought it was like, okay, well, it can only hold so much stuff, so I fill it up with one thing, and then I can't fill it with anything else, and it's like, that's not very helpful to me. And then I started really looking at it and started like experimenting with it, and that's when I realized it's like, no, it's individual stacks, so you can have as many items as you want in here. It's just you can only have up to 5 stacks of each individual item. That is much more useful to me, and also the fact that I knew there was a fixed rate, but I didn't know if that was for the whole network or individual uploaders. So I did an experiment, and yeah, it's individual uploaders. So by having having each module has its own dedicated uploader, I shouldn't have any issues with uploading stuff to the Dimensional Depot. So that's why I switched to the Dimensional Depots instead of the my physical storage. Because again, I'm not really focusing on... Yeah. I mean, I'm not focusing on huge numbers. Like, I'm not... Like, I'm going to have a single module for each item. I'm not focusing on just like, hey, I can make 6,000 of an item per minute. And it's like, that's just not me. That's just excessive. So I... Like, having 5 stacks of an item at any given time, for the most part, is going to be more than enough for everything I'm going to do, especially since they're going to be constantly replenishing once I have everything piped in. So, and it eliminated a whole extra step having to have belts from there, like, because I have I had built a walkway underneath my factory because I needed to get down there so I could put belts in there so I could have everything would come out of the module, come down through a conveyor hole or a lift hole and go down to a belt underneath and then go spaghetti its way to my storage depot. By using the dimensional depots, I completely eliminated all of that. So I don't have to worry about any of that, basically. And, like, even the sink system that I had, it's like, basically what I did is I just made a module for a sink. And every 4 items, I just put a sink module, and then just go from there. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and that's the thing is, I don't even have to go that far. Because the fastest, the most parts per minute that it would be producing is 100. So that's why I haven't gotten the 240 per minute upgrade, because right now it's somewhat redundant. Eventually I could do that, and I could have multiple lines going into it and everything, but honestly it's actually about the same amount of Mercer spheres to get that upgrade, and then it is to just have an individual uploader in front of each module. Closest I've come to doing a huge run of belt upgrades. Managed to get the depot stock down from the 700s from 1000. Yeah, like if you're like mass upgrading your belts and stuff like that, yeah, that can deplete it quite a bit. But even so, that's like, those things stack up to 200. There's 1,000 in the depot, so it's like, yeah, it's just, even with just the stacks you can get in the dimensional depot, it's very unlikely that you're going to deplete that super fast, faster than it's getting produced. So see, like, I could have the dimensional depots and the conveyor belts on my hotbar and just hit them that way. I don't know why. It just feels, I'm, for whatever reason, just much more comfortable just doing the build menu all the time. It's weird, I know. Alright, so I got 4 more hooked up to dimensional depots. What I might end up trying to do, just for the sake of whatever, is like, I still have to make, yeah, I'm up to modular frames. I can make up to heavy modular frames. I have the access to that, but that's like another, how many modules would I have to make for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more modules before I'm caught up with what I'm actually able to produce. I might have to do that at some point. Yeah, I mean, that is a valid thing. Like, I've thought about, I've waffled around with different, like, production goals in the past. Like, I've actually done something similar to that, where I've thought out based on the belt speeds and stuff like that. There's a one point where I think I was going to try and make my goal just flat out 100 parts per minute for everything. And it's like, then I realized, like, once you start getting to, like, heavy modular frames and stuff like that, that becomes a massive amount of factories and stuff like that, a massive amount of production buildings just for that one part. And then that's when I started to go, it's like, okay, how can I kind of go even across the board? And that's when I started focusing on stack size. Oh, and kind of stuck with that. So it's like, okay, I can get a stack of material of whatever item every 5 minutes. Oh, so that's like I've again, I'm very much a thinker. I'm a planner, which is one of the reasons why making a factory has taken me so long. Is because even though I know I can dismantle everything and rebuild it, I just like planning it out and all that jazz. Oh, so yeah. All right. So I still got one more Mercer sphere. Probably. So yeah, what I think I'll do off stream at some point is I've been meaning to get into the blueprint designer and start making the rest of these factories, these modules. Oh, and then what I might do before that, just for the hell of it, is start trying to get my railways connected. Like figure out how I'm going to make an input depot for all of my materials over here and start connecting trains. Figure out where I need to distribute the trains to. Oh, you really get into this game. There's so much. There's just so much. And then after that, I gotta. Eventually, I'll have to start actually thinking, getting the completing the phase for that. Dunk. You got anything for me? Huh. Useful. Oh yeah, this finished already. Okay, so I still got all these. Have the I need to pull them out of the dimension medium. That's one thing I wish it kind of was able to do is pull hard drives from the dimensional depot. I know it's just a very minor thing, but it'd be a nice quality of life thing because so much other stuff pulls directly from the dimensional depot. Oh, it'd be nice if this was one as well. Oh, but I think this might be a good place to call it for the night for this, at least for the stream. Still having a lot of, like, despite all of the brain meltingness of this game, this is I still really enjoy this game. This is one of the few games that I have that I've put multiple hundreds of hours into. And still really enjoying it. I love the puzzle solving. I love just the like figuring stuff out. Figuring out the whole process of this stuff. But I'm starting to get really tired. I gotta work tomorrow. So I think that's a good place to stop. But I'm probably gonna butcher your name, but Hafista? Is that it? Hafista? I just realized, like, I've never actually asked you how to, like, pronounce your name, your screen name on here. But I do appreciate you stopping by when I start playing Satisfactory. Oh, yeah, Hafesta. Okay, I was close. Close. I'm getting tired. But that works too. Oh, but I do appreciate that you stop by when I'm playing Satisfactory. You've actually been pretty consistent with that, and I really do appreciate it. It's fun to talk to you when building stuff, and you've been dropping some wisdom on me, so I really appreciate that too. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here. I'll get my proper screens up and everything. But yeah, I'm hoping we were supposed to be doing a podcast episode today, but things kind of fell through with my co-hosts, and that's why I was streaming today. I'm hoping we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Hoping to start to stream again tomorrow. Not sure what else might end up coming back to this. I'm not sure, but yeah. Hopefully I'll see you next time on Playing Satisfactory. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great night. Really do appreciate it. Bye.